Hi everyone, pleasure having you here.
今天早上我们请的陈师傅来跟我们示范一道美味的面沙拉蔬菜。OK， 大家吃饭吃得腻了，吃面。OK。
Yeah. All right. So just a quick introduction. Chef Jedediah. My name is Jed, so you can call me that for short. I'm here. I run a private dining service with my wife. So we do a lot of French, Spanish, Italian food with some Asian influences.
所以师傅也是有做私人的服务，这是主餐跟他太太一起做的。他是有做西班牙菜、法国菜，还有
意大利
餐所以如果有需要可以请他。
Yeah. I think what's important is in the way we cook, we like to put together the best of every flavor. So we fuse everything together. What is the best, right? So we don't stick to one specific tradition. We combine everything, the best flavors.
他是每次是真材实料的就是很丰富不是说简简单单，他是掺得很丰富的。
Right. So for today, we are doing something interesting. I thought long and hard about what food to teach you, and I decided on the Indomie salad.
他考虑了很久，想给我们示范很特别的，所以就是打算做这个Indomie Salad 所以是不是很简单的？它很多料
其实是蛮简单的 It's quite simple because the ingredients are really very accessible. So we're using this, right, as the main part of the whole salad.
它这个主餐就是这个 Indomie 所以它有配其他的料
Yep.
所以一个很丰富的餐
Because it's very easy to get, it's also affordable. I think with the high prices, high cost of living, we want to make our money go further.
所以我们这个餐呢是说，现在东西很贵，所以要用我们每分钱都是要值得的因为现在东西很贵，也是不可以浪费。
So for something like this, it's very affordable. 5 packets, actually, you can find it at, for example, ABC Value Shop at $2, $2.75. So actually, there are 5 packets here, more than enough for many rounds.
它一包是有他买的包，所以是很经济实惠的所以到处都会买得到，那个料全部都是很容易买得到的
Yep. And the other parts of this salad, and because it's salad, you need to have vegetables. Okay?
因为是 salad， 所以我们需要很多配菜，但是是蔬菜的番茄这些东西很新鲜，很有
营养
很多 colors
对，很多颜色，
配起来很好看。
For your salads, it's always good to combine more different colors because every different types of fruit or vegetable that has different colors gives you a greater variety of vitamins and minerals.
蔬菜很多颜色的，可以配到我们很多那个维他命因为不同的蔬菜不同的维他命，所以我们吃不同颜色的，我们可以吸收到那个维他命。
Yeah. So it's also good, and we are doing this from a very nutrition perspective. Yes, Maggi mee, Indomie is full of MSG, but because we are putting a lot of vegetables in, it balances things out. Yeah.
因为他用的那个 Indomie， 它那个配料有一个味精，所以它配了其他的配料，所以就是会减掉那些味精，减低掉。
对。So and the vegetables that we are using today, we don't cook it. It's salad, so a lot of it is eaten raw.
所以我们的菜今天是不煮的，所以吃新鲜的所以才可以吃到那个口感。
And it is. I think Chinese people, we enjoy eating our vegetables. We don't want to overcook it because once you overcook it, it becomes very mushy and it also loses its nutrition.
所以我们是华人来说，我们不喜欢吃太烂的菜。
对，煮得刚刚好吧。So for today, right, the main stars of the show, along with the Indomie, will be the cherry tomatoes. And you have the coriander or cilantro. I'll talk a little bit about that in a while. We've also got calamansi lime, chili padi, or the red eye chili. You've also got other parts of this salad, the Chinese celery, as well as onions. Right, I've chosen the small red onions because red onions are a lot more aromatic. Yeah, 比较香。Right, the other ingredients, we also have to have a bit of proteins. So we have some meat to make your Indomie a lot tastier as well. We have chicken. We are using minced chicken for a start. And of course, we are introducing, including tiger prawns as well. Yeah. Okay, so those are the main ingredients for today's Indomie salad. We're going to start off with, and this as well, right? This is probably going to give your salad a lot more pang, 比较香, right? This is gula melaka. You can also use the Thai palm sugar, which is also very good. If you can't find gula melaka, you can also use things like brown sugar, white sugar to substitute. That's also okay. Or if you prefer, you can also use honey.
所以今天我们的 salad 不是单单是吃面而已，我们还有那个老虎虾，还有一些那个鸡肉碎。因为我们的面跟菜，我们需要蛋白质，所以我们增加了虾跟那个鸡肉。还有那个酱，还有那个酱是用那个椰糖。如果是你没有椰糖的话，你可以用蜜糖。蜜糖对。呀，蜜糖。或者是那个黄糖也可以。如果是不吃糖的呢？
不吃糖 you have other sugar alternatives. There are other things like
artificial
sweeteners as well. Yeah.
如果是有对糖有敏感的，可以用那些化学糖，好像那个冲咖啡的那些。这个不吃糖也可以呀，因为我们的饲料已经有甜度了啊。Correct. 所以对糖有敏感的，不加糖也可以。
So actually, what we're showing you here today is just a basic. The salad can include many things. If you want to skip some of these sugar, you can also use fruits actually, because fruits have natural sugars in them. So you can introduce like rojak. You can actually put slices of apple and all that into your salad. So that's okay too.
如果是要增加甜度，你可以加一点水果，放一点点那个水果片那个苹果片也可以。因为刚才他有加那个酸柑。
Yeah, correct. We'll be adding those. And of course, within every packet of Indomie, there's the seasoning, which also helps to give you the flavor for the dressing, which we're going to show you in a while.
它面里面也有一包那个配料，所以他等一下会跟你讲怎么用那个配料加在里面。
Okay. So we'll focus on the dressing first, and then after that we'll talk about the other parts. So there's also the veggies, there's also the meats, and the noodles, right? So we'll focus on the dressing first because that really is the main part of the flavor.
所以现在他是做那个点缀的这些配料先，这个面等一下才做。
Okay, so we're going to start off with these are the main ingredients that will be used for the dressing. I normally like to use the mortar and pestle.
中行嘛。
Right? Because I like, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to make it mushy. I want to have a little bit of bite.
它不要中得太烂，所以它会用那个电打的，有的太烂了，所以它也还有一颗粒的。
对，有那个口感吧。Right. So, but for today, because we are producing a little bit more, I may use this as well. Yeah. But I prefer to use the mortar and pestle.
因为今天的量比较多，所以他就用那机器来打。机器也是可以控制啊，你不要打得太碎啊。
Okay, so for a start, we're going to look at the coriander. Right? Oops. Right, the coriander has various parts. Nothing goes to waste. So again, the whole idea of making the best use of your money.
这个是盐水，他会用盐水跟香菜， 大家知道什么分别吗？
请说明吧。
啊，芫荽是那个种子的，比较香的，那个头最重要啊，那个头很香的。泰国餐啊，他每次都要用那个头的啊，那个 Cilantro 啊，那个 coriander 啊。
Right, so the coriander, I've cut the roots off. I can actually use the roots for other things. Right, I use it for curry, I use it for Thai dishes. You stir fry it in oil.
他如果他把那个头都省起来了，他可以去炸，这一次煮泰国餐啊，这个很香的。以前我还记得我小时候有一个羊豆腐 store， 一个羊豆腐卖羊豆腐的，他那个头他就放在那个汤里面，等一下它汤就很香了啊。
So nothing goes wasted. We use every part of the plant.
它没有浪费的啊，它每个东西它就会用到的。刚才那个虾头也是啊，他把了虾拿去炸那个虾油出来。
Right, so what we're doing right now is to pluck the leaves off your coriander. We're going to be using the leaves. We're going to be using the stems in different parts of the dish.
他现在是在拔掉那个叶子来点缀，那个根他就另外用。
Right, so the main part that will go into the dressing is actually the stems.
啊，那个打汁的，他就是用那个梗，那叶子是在上面的哈。
Alright, so I'm getting rid of all, removing the leaves first, and I'll save for myself the stems, which I will chop up and pound it.
它梗它就等一下太重。
Okay, just give me a while with that. Now, there are health benefits to eating cilantro or coriander.
这个芫荽跟那个香菜对我们的健康很有帮忙的。
It is very good for, it's heart healthy.
对心脏很有好处。
And it lowers your cholesterol for sure. Yeah.
所以降低我们的胆固醇。
Okay, so I'll use this portion for now, just for the purpose of doing the demo. Right, so I'll do a rough chop of the stems.
它把那个根剁碎一点点。
Right, there's a bit of leaves that's going in, and that's okay. Okay, and I'm going to use the pounder, the mortar and pestle.
那个钟
All right, so that's one part of the dressing.
这是一部分的how you say dressing？
调味吧。
调味一部分的调味。
Salad dressing, so 那个菜的那个调味吧。Okay, so I'm gonna just put it in. Next, we've got some calamansi lines. This gives your salad a bit of that freshness, right?
它现在是在加那个酸柑酸柑给那个有那个新鲜的味道啊。
And for every meal that you prepare, always think about the different types of taste.
我们每样东西在煮的时候，我们会想象那个不同样的味道哦
Sweet, sour, spicy, salty.
就是想到那个甜度，辣度。
So everything has to come in balance.
所以我们要平衡我们这个味道。
Most Singaporeans, I think, generally do like eating a bit of chili, so we'll introduce maybe about 2 bird's eye chili into the dressing.
我们加了2颗那个指天椒。
Right, and so the first thing I need to do is to roughly chop it up as well.
就是剁碎一点点。
Okay, and I will look at and see how much I really require, because sometimes I don't use everything. I need to know as well whether my guests or my family will be able to take spicy. Okay.
我们不是说一加就加很多啦，要看我们的口感。大家会吃很辣吗？就是平衡一下。
Okay. Next, you have about a tablespoon of gula melaka, which I've already grated.
就是1汤匙的那个椰糖。
对。 and I pop it into the mortar and pestle, followed by the seasoning. So I've got a pack of seasoning along with a bit of bawang goreng, which is fried onions, right?
Onion, yeah.
So I'll put it all in.
所以里面它有一包那个配料，那个面的配料，它也是放在里那个中的东西。
Right, and then what remains for us is just to pound it. Okay.
它是中一点点，它中细一点点啊，not too fine, right?
Not too fine.
啊
But what I like to do is, you know, some people actually do this.
啊
It's not necessary.
I guess.
So what you do is just to grind it. Give it turn it round and round. Okay, so it gives a nice mixture, and you don't have to over exert yourself. Yeah.
所以你看那个师傅做的，他没有去中，他就是把它这样卷一卷，它不会碎的，它东西里面会那个糖什么都会混合的很好啊。
Alright, and so if I show the camera this is the dressing,
Yeah.
right? So I will now leave this aside. Later on when I prepare every other thing, I will then put the dressing back on.
他现在放一旁先，等一下他做好了，他就再加进去啊。Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I didn't put all the chili because maybe it might be a bit too spicy. Yeah.
他没有加把那个2颗指天椒都加完了，他怕会太辣。
Okay? Especially if you've got children. Actually, children love eating instant noodles.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? 小孩子很喜欢吃
真的
快熟面。
很喜欢吃
So,
面。
so this is a way to actually get them to enjoy what they eat, but with a lot of vegetables.
比较
Right.
what I call it healthy.
Correct.
啊
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the vegetables. We prepare them ahead of time, but maybe what I'll do is to focus on the prawns first, yeah? The seafood and the chicken.
现在是准备那个虾。
Alright, so I'm going to put this aside for a bit. I'm going to focus on the chicken as well as the prawn. Can you see? Okay, great. Now the chicken, usually after thawing you get lots of water, so you want to make sure that you don't introduce the water back into the frying, right? So I will have to drain it first.
所以我们把那个鸡肉退冰了有很多水，所以我们把那个水丢掉，不要加进去。
Okay, so that's first thing you do, right, for the chicken. Now, the question is, do you need to season the chicken first ahead of time? Usually when you do add salt, it produces even more water. So for this dish, for this recipe, I don't season first because later on I will be seasoning it and to taste.
因为他说师傅说他没有先腌制那个鸡肉，因为怕腌了放了盐，它等一下会出很多水。
Right.
他是等到他要煮的时候，他才调那个味道啊。
Right, so I'm going to set the chicken aside. Okay, I'll start off with the prawn. So I will demonstrate very quickly, maybe explain to you. There are various ways to prepare the prawns. For Spanish dishes, Italian, I personally enjoy leaving the head on some parts of the shell because it gives a nice visual appeal. 看起来很好看。
他煮那意大利餐西班牙餐的时候，他要用整颗的虾，因为不拔掉，因为摆起来比较好看，比较
对。
啊。
So I'll show you for prawns like that. If you want to keep the head on, maybe you want to zoom in as well. All right. 看到吗? Okay, so I'm going to show you what they typically do. 这个壳呢, this first portion you don't touch. The last part before the tail you don't touch. You just remove the center.
啊，他现在示范是说把那个虾是从中间拔起来呀。
And why do you do that? Because if you're going to fry your prawns, the head will come off very easily, especially if the prawn is not fresh.
啊，
Okay, so you notice the shell is here, the shell is still here, just before the tail, and I can fry this just like that and keep the head on for nice presentation, okay?
所以他是把中间拔掉，所以头跟尾留着，所以这样等一下摆盘就很美的。
And of course, you want to make sure that the vein has been removed. So you do a light cut and then remove the vein as well, yeah?
就把中间切一口，所以可以拿掉那个虾的肠。
All right, a very quick one before I fry the prawn. This is a special prawn infused oil.
这个是虾头油。
And if you notice, I do not leave anything to waste. I actually use everything.
Yeah.
All right.
所以
So I've taken the prawn heads out and fry it in low temperature.
师傅没有浪费东西，把虾壳跟虾头都煮那个，把那些煎出那个虾的油。
Now, there are various ways of doing the prawns. Some recipes for Indomie Salad actually, after you cook the noodles, there's the hot water, you put the prawn in just to blanch it.
所以煮虾我们可以放在那个水里面烫一烫不要烫太熟。
Right, but for this purpose, I'm actually going to just put a bit of fish sauce.
师傅是用了一点那个
鱼露，对。
鱼露调一调那个虾。
And I love to use this called cayenne pepper, which is a very good alternative to your normal pepper.
这个是红辣椒粉。
Right, it is very typical of Angmo dishes lah. Yeah.
这个辣椒粉不会很辣的。
Right, so when my
pan
is hot, I pop in the prawns.
把那个锅烧热，就放那个虾先去煎哈。
Can remove the processor lah. I don't think I'll use this.
The mixer.
Yeah, the mix.
The blender.
Food processor. Now, why am I frying the prawn like this? Because actually, you give the prawn a lot more flavor. There's a smokiness.
所以煎一煎比较香，还有有一点点那个焦味道。
对。Right, with the smokiness, it gives your prawn a lot more enhanced taste, and the look as well, it looks really good. That's why I don't boil my prawns usually. I actually give it a bit of a fry. You notice if I turn it over, it's starting to look really nice, really red, and very smoky looking.
如果是放水比较没有这样甜度啦，煎比较甜度比较收在里面。
Right, if you notice the prawns, they're looking really nice and brown. You can smell it as well, right? So the actual, it's called Maillard reaction. So the heat reacting with the sugars and all of that to create this browning. And the browning actually gives it flavor.
所以因为我们煎它那个糖分全部有点焦，所以就是比较香味，把那个香味都抽出来了。
Right, it's like when you do, for example, how many of you eat beef steaks? 牛扒，有什么或者猪扒、鸡扒等等。You usually want to brown your proteins. You give it a bit of brown, it's very nice. It has the crustiness. It also has the flavor.
如果吃鸡扒、牛扒的时候，也是要给它煎一煎，煎它焦一焦，比较香。
Okay, so I'm almost done, and again, I'm using my secret prawn oil.
还再加一点点那个虾油哈。
Okay, so once my prawns are done, I can take it off the stove. It's okay. Later on, we will. Yeah.
煎熟了就可以跟它拿出来放一边。
Okay, so I will remove the prawns for now. Once it's done, it's ready for the salad. You just have to toss it in later when you put everything together. Now, I'm not going to wash my pan.
那个
Okay, I'm not going to wash my pan.
这个不用洗的。
Right, the next part is your chicken. So this is the sauce that comes with the chicken, the oil, the garlic oil, the black sauce, a bit of a ketchup mayonnaise there, as well as your, what do you call this, the chilli. Okay, so I've already pre-mixed a bit of that.
它那个包面里面有那个酱，3种酱一个是甜酱，黑酱，还有那个辣椒酱，还有那个葱油，就是调好了。它现在就是要把那个鸡都放进去炒。
And I'm going to stir fry your chicken minced.
把那个鸡肉碎在那个油里面炒。
All right, so once everything is in, you make sure that there are no clumps.
给它弄碎，不要在一起一团一团这样的哈。
对。And again with meats, you want to make it a little brown so that again the flavor is enhanced. Yeah.
也是要给它给它弄焦跟比较干一点啦，啊。Not too high fire 来。
Yeah, not too high fire.
啊，不要开很大火，可以比较好控制，比较好控制啊。中火慢慢炒。
火是我们的朋友啦，只要知道这样控制就可以了。哦 ，You don't need to know how to control the fire.
Yeah. 因为你太大哦，它很快焦，我们还来不及了咯。
It's always better to take more time than to burn.
对，我们慢慢煮比较不会烧焦哈，烧焦没有得救了。
Yep. Right. So all the flavors of the seasoning have already gone in. Yeah.
就那个调味那个面里面那个小包调味的哈，就是在里面了啊。有里面它是3种啊，有一个是那个甜黑酱，甜的甜黑酱，还有一个辣椒，还有一个是葱油啊，这是配好在 Indomie 里面的。
So I give my chicken a little bit more time. Now I'm coming back to the dressing since we were already done with that. At this point I want to introduce a bit of fish sauce.
它再加一点点那个鱼露。
Now I didn't do it earlier because the original sauce already has a bit of that saltiness, so I'm just quite careful with it.
因为它那个面里面它已经有咸的。所以师傅没有加到这样多那个鱼露，鱼露也是很咸的。
And if you notice this is actually a bit like kicap manis. Okay? So this is already in the chicken, but I'll just add a little bit to my dressing as well.
大家懂得什么是 kicap manis 吗？
似乎好像是甜酱吧。
甜的黑酱油啊。
Okay, we are almost done with the chicken. I'm quite happy. I will let it rest. Okay, we are done with the chicken. So later on, it's just a matter of putting it into the entire salad. Okay. So I'm going to remove some things first. It's getting a little messy in my workstation. Thanks for your patience. Right, so the next part is your greens, your salad. Okay, so what do we introduce to the salad? You have onions.
现在是准备的蔬菜了。
Right, and you have your celery. Chinese celery.
叫做
What do you call that in Chinese? 芹菜。Okay, so basically I just need to rough chop. I don't need the roots for this one.
不要。
Right, leaving the stem. The stems are the star of this part of the thing. So I'm gonna just rough chop.
把那个梗，切大概是1寸长这样啦。
Plus minus, yeah. Alright, now it's up to you. We can actually cut it a little bit shorter.
切短一点也可以啦哈。这个是垂羽。
So this is really part of the crunchiness of the salad.
因为那个梗比较有口感嘛。
Alright, so when I'm done, I put it aside. Now what do I do with the leaves? You can remove the leaves. 大家还 OK 吗？大哥大姐 OK good
有没有什么问题？
Yeah, any questions so far?
有问题吗？
Ma'am?
你可以来拍啊，啊，看不清楚哈，看不到。
So 等一下可以来拍照吧？
啊。
Okay. All right. So I'll just have some of the leaves.
它是分开那个梗跟那个叶子。
Right, I'm okay even if this mixed together. Later on, the leaves will go in as part of the salad. I rough chop this.
多碎一点点。还有用到小洋葱哦。
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm just gonna park that aside.
You don't need the seasoning sauce, right?
No, not for this.
Yeah, then I take away, then they can
Yeah,
see.
they can notice,
Otherwise,
yeah.
they cannot see because
Thank you, ma'am.
it's blocked.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
Now for onions, you can use all different types of onions. You can use the yellow, you can use white, you can use the red onions. I generally like for Chinese food, in Asian food, the red onions are actually more fragrant, right? Now, the onions, I've chosen smaller ones, and I will just do a very quick chop of this. Now, how would I want the onions chopped?
你可以用洋葱，你可以用师傅比较喜欢用小的啦，哈。
Yeah.
有一些白的洋葱比较甜啦，也是可以用。
Yep. I use the red onions also because they are really more fragrant.
Yeah.
That's right. 比较香啦。
比较香。
But 就是这样讲的话, some people might not be able to really like, they might not like the smell of red onions. So you can also use other types of onions. Just to give you a quick show of how you normally chop your onions for this purpose, okay? Usually you go from north to south. 从上到下。是东吗? North, south.
North is 北。
北跟北到南. Okay, that's how you cut your onions usually. So I'm going to do a quick demo of that.
所以今天它是直直的切下去啦，不是旁边。
Right, you start off with cutting it in half. Right, you notice north to south. Okay, then I will do a cut. Now, this is a salad, so you don't want to chop it too small. Right, your salad must have a mixture of textures.
因为这个是我们吃 salad 哈，所以我们不要切得太细。它是不是吃横的，它是直的。
From north to south.
Yeah. This one has got a better texture.
That's right.
Yeah. And
Can
then
I have
when
a
you
plate?
fry
Another plate?
Yeah. There's no small plate.
One of these black bowls, maybe?
Yeah, behind you.
Behind me still have? Okay, great. Thank you, ma'am. All right. So once I'm done with the onions, I roughly stir it up. Okay.
切好了，给它剥开一点点。
Right, and same thing, I will just put in the amount of onions required as per the recipe.
But if you like, can put more, right?
Yeah, yeah.
如果是你喜欢吃多点洋葱，你可以放多；不喜欢吃多，你就放一点点咯。这个是随意了哈。Yeah.
Now there are people who actually enjoy eating onions a lot, so you can put more. Yep.
洋葱也是对我们很有帮助的，洋葱。You know when you do fried shallots, you cut this way. When you fry the shallots, it's not broken up. It'll be nice.
Exactly, exactly. You're right, ma'am. Okay, so I've got my shallots or my small red onions here ready.
如果炸洋葱的话，你这样切等一下你炸出来那个洋葱美美的一片一片的，不会碎碎的。如果你切横的你炸出来等一下它们碎碎的所以这个比较好。
Alright, so the final part of this salad. It's okay. Okay, good. This is the higher side.
最后的步骤就是要烫面了哈。
So the noodles will go in.
Yeah.
Now you decide for yourself how much noodles you want. If you want to go a little bit less carb, 少一点面，你就放少一点。Then you have more vegetables, right? The recipe that you have with you is just nice. It's a good combination. But for the demonstration, I'm doing a bit different, just for the demo lah. Okay. So you want to get your water up to boil first.
所以看你的面啊，如果你不要吃这样多淀粉，你就不要放这样多面哦。把它这个分量，它是说刚刚好啦啊。如果你喜欢吃多一点面，你就煮多一点，不然你可以面减一点点，水要给它滚。
Yeah. So this is the part where you do a bit of waiting, you do a bit of other things. Okay. I could have also cooked the noodles beforehand.
它也是可以预先把那个面煮好啊。
Okay.
But why you didn't do it?
I didn't do it because I was busy preparing the other things.
因为它来不及。
Okay, so you can actually do the noodles beforehand, but for pastas and noodles, how do you keep the pasta and the noodles from sticking together? Yeah.
放点油咯。他是说他煮那个意大利面，避免那个意大利面变成一团，要怎么办？放一点点油，橄榄油啊。
Yeah, so you can put olive oil in your pasta and toss it up so that the noodles don't stick to each other. Likewise with the instant noodles, I can do that as well. Yeah. Okay. Anyone has any questions so far?
有问题可以问啊，不要害羞啊，问了就学到东西了啊。
You know, when I first encountered this dish, I didn't know that Indomie can taste so good.
他还没有想到做这个东西，他没有想到这个 Indomie 是这么好吃的。
And it's a way to elevate your simple dish.
所以可以提高你那个简单的一个餐啊。
Yeah. Okay. The water is coming to a boil. Just give us a bit more time, and we'll be done shortly.
因为那个鸡肉也是要给它烧冷一下。
It's still warm. I kept it on the stove. It's still yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yeah. How do you what? Okay.
Oh, they're here. It's here.
I'll show you while we are waiting for that. But thanks for the question. Yeah. So what I did was to put oil, a bit of oil, bring it up to a slow boil. You see little bubbles simmering, right? And you put the prawn shells in. That includes the head, the tail, the body, the shell in the body, right? So once you put that in, I also put in some aromatics.
What is aromatic?
Right. For this aromatic, I actually put coriander. I put the coriander stems and all that, the root as well. So I could actually choose to do that as well. I say that because for this particular oil that I did, it was used for a Spanish dish. I actually put other things like thyme, rosemary. So it's a fusion. Yeah.
所以他刚才是放一点点油，给它烧热一点点，然后就把那个虾壳跟虾头、虾尾全部就放进去，慢慢煎那个油出来。它有放一点点那个盐水。
Yeah, just a bit.
just 一点点啦。
Yeah. But it's up to you. If you want to produce more, it's good to put a little bit more because the coriander roots are actually very aromatic.
那个盐水的根放在里面也是会增加那个香度。
Okay, and other tips. The prawn heads and prawn shells. Obviously, we all love prawn noodles, right?
Yes. 我们喜欢吃那个虾面啊。
福建虾面啊，那个炒虾面啊等等。They all use prawn shells.
他们也是用这个虾壳。
So that's really the secret to the flavor of these prawn noodles.
那个炒福建面的，它跟虾壳没有炒的。你吃那个汤的那个虾就有炒的，虾壳就有炒的。
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to pop it in. I've already got the water going. I'll put in the maybe 2 packs for today. Yeah.
那今天煮2包。
So usually your instant noodles, you just follow the directions on the packaging. It'll tell you how long you need to cook. Yeah.
所以煮面你可以跟住那个8包的时间来煮啦哈。
Right. So
通常都不会煮到太烂的啦。
how many of you have grandchildren? Okay. Grandchildren. Okay. Do they enjoy the Korean instant noodles?
The spicy one.
Spicy ones?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's a suggestion. What you see today, what you get in your recipe is just a start. You can use any form of instant noodles. Okay?
所以今天的示范不止，只单单这一道菜，你可以用那个韩国的也是可以，可以变来变去的啊。
The main part is really the seasoning.
最主要就是那个包那个料。
So with my nephew especially loves this Korean instant noodle that has 3 times the level of spiciness.
Ah, that one is very spicy. Yeah.
Right. So what I've done is to use that noodles. I use the seasoning and I cook chicken, I cook pork, I cook beef, whatever I want, minced, and then it's a different flavor. Yeah.
所以你可以用那个包去煮鸡肉啦什么。你也是可以自己调啦，其实。
对，可以自己调。
可以自己调呀。I cook kimchi chicken.
Is there a sieve here? There should be a
sieve should be.
Should be, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So my noodles is starting to, the water is boiling now, and the noodles is starting to cook. I usually give about 2 to 3 minutes. It depends on how soft you like it. My wife really loves it very soft. I like it al dente. So in Italian, al dente means just nice. 你咬的时候呢，那个面还有一些口感。
Excuse me.
Yeah.
哎呀 sifting flour 呢？你算可以了，算可以了。
She can. Just, yeah, that's
here,
okay. Yeah, that's okay.
One don't have. Strainer don't have.
It's okay lah, I'll use
Yeah,
that,
this one
no
can.
problem. Right, according to the recipe, if it's meant for about 3 to 4 person to eat, it's about 2 packets. But I'm reducing it for the demo, right?
如果30个人来吃的话，就是3包了哈。3份这个面。
Do you have a serving plate?
Serving plate.
Serving plate, yes. Thank you.
What happened to all the plates?
Alright, we've got about 2 to 3 minutes on the instant noodles. I think we're okay. So I'm just going to empty the water. Now, interesting point about water that you put noodles in, just as a bonus tip, pasta water, you can use it to add back into the sauce. Because pasta has a lot of the starchiness. When you cook pasta, it leaves behind the starch. You can use it for the sauce. So it makes the sauce creamier. Thanks so much. All right, it gives a creaminess to the pasta. Okay, so good. You leave it over there lah. Here is good also. This one don't need already. Yeah, this one also don't need. Okay, so I've got my noodles, I've got my chicken, I've got my prawns, and every other thing that goes into the salad. I'm ready to put it all together. Okay, so
面好了哈，现在要再全部
混合在一起了，混合一起。Alright, so using a mixing bowl.
用一个大的 ，this one is.
Yeah, it was. It's just the dried onion leaf.
现在混合在一起了。
So it's a matter of just putting it all together.
小番茄切2半。
Right, and then the onions or the shallots go in. Right, I've got the Chinese celery stems.
那个芹菜的根。
Okay, and of course the dressing.
还有那个。
Right, so I'm just going to put it all in.
这刚才中碎那些
And then just toss it together.
混合在一起。
And I've got the amazing chicken, which also has a seasoning from the Indomie.
刚才炒好的那些鸡肉。
Okay, I can pop it all in. I see how much I have. Everything must be in balance. Okay, next part is the noodles. So I'm going to pop some noodles in.
Noodles too hot, huh?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. The noodle is still a bit hot. That's okay.
那个面有一点点烧了哈，不过还可以啦。
Right? Notice I haven't put the prawns in.
Yes. 它还没有放那个虾进去哦，虾先放上面是吗？
对。I usually like to, it's about presentation. Your food must look good before people taste it, right? So you want to do that. So I've tossed everything already together. Make sure that it's evenly distributed or mixed up.
所以我们拿一个大碗，把全部的东西哈，就是混合在一起，给它均匀的拌。
You have a tong?
当
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. So thanks for your patience. We're almost done. You're going to try it in a little while. But more importantly, you must try this at home, okay? Especially if you've got grandkids, they love instant noodles, right? Give them this one. Then it adds vegetables in their diet.
所以现在要装盘了哈。
Okay, and can see?
好像 spaghetti 这样。
似乎有点像吧？
Yeah.
Looks almost like
Yeah.
spaghetti, right? Pasta. Yeah. Okay, so now the final part is really your prawns.
Prawns 最后我们把虾放在上面哈所以点缀起来就很美了。
And remember, we actually sauteed the prawns or fried the prawns earlier.
刚才我们有把那个虾有煎过的
So it has a nice smoky flavor
所以
to the
它有一
dish.
个焦香的味道
Okay, and last but not least,
最后那个香菜的叶子
right, a bit of the leaves from the Chinese celery and a bit of the coriander.
盐水
Now, one of my most popular or my favorite chef, he's a British chef. His name is Jamie Oliver.
Yes.
So if you follow him, he has an amazing way of making simple things look very good, taste very good. I sometimes don't dress up my items, but I think not bad, right? The dressing?
Yes.
Okay, so come, try. Okay.
Any question on Zoom?
Do you have any questions on those on Zoom?
Yeah.
No chat, huh?
No chat,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
Again,
我们观众有没有今天在现场的有没有什么问题可以问的，没关系的呀你弄那个油提炼那个油出来咯。
对。
没有，它有一些扒出来了只有它示范是说，我们扒虾的时候，不要整颗扒到完，可以留的摆盘美美所以这些扒好了，它就放在里面，弄那个虾油，煮那个虾油，你可以来看，
So maybe a point to add. When you prepare a salad, you want to make it easy for people to eat. So you shouldn't have the prawn heads, you should have the prawn shell because it's very troublesome, right? You want to make it easy and so no shell at all. But if you want to leave the shell, maybe it's because you want to present it in a certain way. So for example, pasta, you leave the prawn head on, you make it stand up, it looks very nice, right? So restaurant, maybe they do that. But for salad, not necessary. Yeah.
如果是你吃 salad 的话，你不可以放那个，因为很难吃 如果是你做巴沙，你要再点缀好好看，所以你放那个虾站起来，你就要把那个留那个壳啊，这个是自己看自己啦。如果你说哎呀，今天我要做一个美美的，我要自己吃，可以啊，没关系的啊。
Yeah, Ken? Okay. Any other questions?
还有什么问题吗？可以来。
拍张照片吧。
No, he wants to take that.
Yeah, the picture of this, right? Okay, thanks again for the online audience for joining us today. Glad to have you. And so try the dish, try the recipe. Bye-bye from Radin Mas.
Thank you again.